I keep leaning in this direction when I do this, but then it's this side that hurts, so I lean away from it, so that kind of makes sense. Howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this brand new day wherein I am still waving my arm in the air like I just don't care. Because it's feeling, again, pretty good. Only a few pounds heavier, only very light touch on the springs. The muscles aren't feeling bad. I haven't felt the nerves spring up yet. So maybe today will even be I can speak English. Be better than it was yesterday. And yesterday was not a bad day for my arm at all. So thumbs up for that. So speaking, I had mentioned yesterday that I'd had the MRI done and I was curious about the results. While I was up here and doing things, I forgot to bring the phone up here for the landline. The Mason General local hospital called so I can make an appointment with the orthopedic person again so he can tell me what's going on. I imagine. It's still, like, if I wave around too much, still sore, so I'm still going to be... It's not bad, but it's still... So, yeah. I have a call and make an appointment today. The fan is loud in the window because I need to have moving air. Gotta have moving air. This is going to be a couple things all wrapped up into one that I wanted to talk about. Because I have been recording the game Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun for the channel here. And my sound has just been, you can hear this loud fan going on. And so I turned off the fan to record. And it was still the same thing. It was still this loud fan sound. And then I remembered, oh, the laptop has a loud fan in it. When I'm recording the game, the microphone for the PlayStation, which is aimed right in this direction, is picking up the sound of the fan, and then it picks up my voice behind it. So, oh boy, you can't even hear that in the game. I don't even know if you can hear that in video, but I've got the fan on low in the window, which I have the window open 24/7, 365. So, yay on that. I've got to have moving air. Which leads into the next thing, because there is one, at least South Korean cultural thing, where you don't sleep with a fan on in your room. Because Korean culture says you will die if you have a fan on in your room while you sleep. Even the government says make sure to turn your fan on off when you sleep. And so people bake and roast uncomfortably in the heat because fans are supposed to be deadly when you sleep. Over here in the United States, of course, plenty of people live with fans that go on all the time when they sleep, especially me. For decades, I have had to have a fan on almost constantly just because non-moving air is just stagnant and awful feeling. It makes me sweat and I feel terrible. Even if it's only like 55 degrees, I will be sweating and feeling terrible until you get a fan moving. And so I've had a fan moving air while I sleep for decades. And now in the other room, I have a minimum of one fan on in the window. Plus I have one at the foot of my bed. Plus I have one in the summer months, like right now, next to my bed. That's 3 fans going at night. I'm still kicking. So that's a good thing. Checking my list over here so I can get rid of some of the things, otherwise I'll be confused about stuff. But so will I be able to edit this out? Not especially, but that's okay. One of the things I wanted to say too, it looks like it checks out. I had gotten a bit ago an email, it seemed, from this guy Quentin, who does Quentin Reviews, who's got like 800,000 subscribers and does a lot of in-depth videos and such like that, sent me an email saying, hey, da 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 da, and you're subscribed to my second channel. I just need a couple lines of voiceover. Would you like to do that? Well, because of executive function and everything that's going on here, I've been trying to get it done but not been able to, and everything seems to check out. It's the email from the videos in the About section, so it seems like it's a for real thing. So I apologize for taking so long. I've mentioned the things that are happening. I said I'm behind on stuff. One of the things that kind of, it's like, how much are you behind in your rent? And then I sent off an email today saying, no, it's a housing thing. I'll have those voiceovers in a day or two. So it seems to pan out. The thing that I don't like, but I can understand, is the video panels that they would like me to do the voiceover are on Google Drive. And with all the scamming that's been going on involving things like Google Drive and Google Docs, I'm kind of afraid to open up anything to check it out. Because if you can download a PDF file and then try to open it up, and there's a way to spoof the end suffix so that it actually runs as an executable, and then your computer ain't yours anymore. So I gotta watch the things and then do the voiceovers and then send them in. And so I may be actually voiceovering unless I'm somehow scammed out anyway. So we shall see. I just don't want to lose my YouTube channel. That would be bad. I don't want it hijacked. That's what I'm afraid of, big time. And then, what else do I have on my list? Oh yes, this is something that I've just been watching. And I learned about it yesterday. My apologies. I'm one of those lessons in meme culture thing. And then I watched a video on it this morning. The whole Grimace Shake thing, where people are going, they're drinking some of the Grimace Shake and then going, gosh, I don't and then the next shot is they're lying dead on the ground with the shake splashed over them. And I think those things are hysterical. I have been laughing out loud when I've been seeing them. There's this one guy's channel that's an automaton channel. Does like silly little weird covers, which is, it's a little thing you squeeze as it makes the note. You can play it as you go like this, and it's like a little smiley face, and it says "Rrr, rrr, 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 rrr." And so there was an automaton Grimace Shake thing where it was like pretending to drink out of a straw and gosh, this doesn't taste so, and then the next shot was it thrown on the ground with the shake splashed on top of it and then the cup off to the side. And I had to laugh out loud. These things are hysterical. The guy in Lessons in Meme Culture says they don't understand why McDonald's doesn't, get behind this meme, since they've been trying to be, posting like Wendy's, and there's like a Brazilian KFC. I can't remember exactly where it was, and I apologize for that one. But they've been posting stuff like, the Wendy's account does. They showed an example of it, and it was the official, I wish I could remember where it was, at some South American place, and I apologize for not being able to remember. But it was the official thing, and it had a fried chicken leg on it, and it just said Eduardo across the top. And that's funny. Very good. So I think that Grimace Shake thing is very cool. But yeah, why would McDonald's want to embrace a meme where people are dying because they've been drinking the shake? I mean, I'm for it. Plus, I'm just glad that they're bringing Grimace back and all this stuff, the characters from my childhood. So, let me see what other dumb things I have on my list. They're not dumb, they're just things that I want to talk about. And one of them, and I'm zooming through this stuff very quickly, one of them is for months. I've talked about this too. I have felt like I have been suffering from carbon monoxide poisoning, where things have been different. Like when I go downstairs, I leave things in some ways, and they're a little bit different when I come back, and there's no like evidence of anything happening. It's just like I did something, but I have no memory of doing this thing. So finally, You see, we have neighbors, part of a duplex. They have children. There are bangs, knocks, thumps, and crashes all the time. The house will shake when things happen. There's bangs up against the wall that's part of, the other half of this room here. And so it's loud periodically. And when I have my headphones on and I'm editing or playing a game and then recording, I can't really hear deeply. Yesterday, my housemates came home for a very short time. The thumps and bumps of them coming home and doing stuff felt exactly like the thumps and bumps of my housemate and their kids. There was nothing that I could have actually heard because I had my headphones on and was either playing or editing, excuse me, the bolt gun video. They didn't stay long, but they did stuff and then left. Finally, I got that figured out. Yeah, they've been coming in while I've been doing stuff and then don't say anything and then leave. And then I come down from up here after not knowing they've showed up and things have changed in minor ways. Like, the refrigerator is open a little bit, but I don't remember not closing the refrigerator. But I came down and opened the shades, and now the shades are shut, but I don't remember coming down and shutting the shades. This is like this, and then finally, the housemates just coming in and not bothering to let me know that they were here. If I don't talk to them, they don't talk to me. So, yay. But it's nice to know that I'm not going insane, nor that I am suffering from carbon monoxide poisoning. Because I have thought about that and had to dismiss it because, number one, I have a fan and an open window right there. And then in my bedroom with the 2 open windows and at least 3 fans going all the time, there is no carbon monoxide accumulating in there. So where would there be carbon monoxide? There is no place for it to accumulate. So it's good to know. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Now let's see if there's anything else that I have on my list that's halfway intelligent. I have been trying to think still of creative stuff. On top of just normal gooberishness because of my brain, ADHD and all that, I've got the gabapentin, which hasn't helped. The pain of all this, which is, thank goodness, just next to nothing right now because the symptoms have been subsiding. I got all the pressures of everything that's happening with housing. My left leg is still, it's doing questionable stuff periodically on the whole cellulitis thing, where it's not bad, but it's not good. My left leg is vastly swollen, and right around the ankle it gets a little bit more swollen than the rest, with that spongy sort of feeling, where the rest of the swollenness is just, hey, look, I've got a lot of water here. It can come down to, this is squishy like styrofoam around my ankle, and it gets red discolorations. So there's something going on. I just don't know what. Yay. But I have to make my orthopedic appointment, and on the 31st that I've got to double check to make sure this is all happening, I have an appointment to hopefully get a new local doctor instead of having to not be able to go to the Veterans Administration. Because remember, even if I can get there, it's not going to help. They are a badly stressed clinic. My doctor has several thousand clients. And in fact, the last time I called about all this, he just told me, quite frankly over the phone, I cannot help you unless I can examine you. And do not come here. So yay. And still I've got to find out what's going on with my social worker on the appointment on that front. I still haven't gotten a call from, there's one guy who does all of several counties worth of veterans helping with the Veterans Administration, and I haven't heard anything from them, but then they cover several counties, so I need to call up the Veterans Administration, the social worker that told me that they were going to be calling, because I ain't heard nothing. It's been joyous. But here's another big one at 15 minutes in. I talked about how I smoke cannabis for pain control. Yesterday, I was wearing my walking shoes that I wear to go walking, and my feet were so swollen that day, and my feet were my toes on my right foot hurt badly from rubbing on the inside of my shoe. No damage done, I just have insanely delicate skin, but they were hurting all day. Everywhere I went, it hurt. I was limping. Finally, 7:30 at night, I realized I haven't had any cannabis yet. I went downstairs with my limp and I smoked a joint. And my toes didn't hurt for the rest of the night. As soon as I smoked that and it was getting into my system, my toes stopped hurting. And then they did not hurt for the rest of the night. To the point that I wasn't going to go walkies because of my toes. I went on walkies to Safeway and back because I smoked a joint. My toes stopped hurting. When I say I smoke for pain control, I smoke for pain control, because you know what else I got out of that? Nothing. When I smoke any sort of thing at all, I'm going to bring out one here. This is a pre-roll that I got in town, because in Washington State it is legal recreational and medically. This is a 25% THC, which is about 4 times stronger than anything they had when I was younger. I feel nothing but pain control if I smoke that. Nothing but pain control. Again, I say, because it's true, my tolerance for everything is sky high. The last time I had a colonoscopy, they could not knock me out. Usually, for one person, they give a dose of fentanyl, they're out. They do they shove a tube up your backside to look at the inside of your intestines. They do that, and then you wake up in the wake up room. They kept giving me fentanyl. I talked and watched the entire proceedings on the monitors until the very end. They kept giving me fentanyl, and I could not stop talking, and I remember it. I don't remember the topics, it's been several years now, but I remember that whole procedure. I have a sky-high tolerance. Was that because of my alcoholism? I have no ideas. I've never really abused any sort of street medications, aside from mid-90s when I was taking LSD like candy. But that's the only thing I've ever done like that, aside from prescription medications. And I haven't abused those, so I have no ideas why my tolerance is so high. But past that, let me check again, and oh yes, I'm glad to start making YouTube shorts again. Yeah, I don't get many views on them, but they're fun to make, and hopefully at least a few people will be entertained for a couple seconds, and that'll be great. I've enjoyed making them, and I don't know why the last one wasn't demonetized, because it's a bang 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 sort of game where you're bang bang banging all the bad guys, and I didn't dare show any of that on my Dead Island thing, or my videos were demonetized instantly. And in fact, I still have like 3 or 4 demonetized Dead Island shorts that were from monetized videos, so yay. Still, they're fun, I enjoy it, and I've really been having fun with the game Bolt Gun. I mean, I've had to keep bumping the difficulty down, and when I get to this one point, I'll probably have to drop it down to the easiest. It was an arena, that I could not get through to save my life. So, thumbs up for that. Past that, I'm almost, hopefully within the next day or two, going to be able to start writing the names of some of my patrons up on my whiteboard again. Thank you each and every one of my Patreon patrons. Without your help, I would be hosed like a literal Christmas monkey. And I don't want to be hosed like a Christmas monkey, literal or figurative. So thank you very much for your help. And of course, anybody else who has donated to my PayPal or has donated to my GoFundMe to help me out. Thank you, each and every one of you. It is deeply appreciated. I'm going to spend a few moments trying desperately to read names so I can thank people who have left me comments in the past 24 hours. There's Jesse Koskinen, and Warhammer Bolt Gun is great. Especially since, as stated, there's this little slider so you can move it up and it's not pixelated at all, or you can move it down so it's as pixelated as things were back in the early 90s. And then there's the color palette where you can bring it down to like an 8-bit palette or just a 16-bit palette. Oh my gosh, they spent a lot of time making it look ultra retro, and it's awesome. And then of course there's It's Relit, thumbs up, thank you. And well, at least you're leaving comments, thumbs up, and I hope you enjoy it all. It is good to see you there. And then there is AUSBUR, thumbs up and thank you. There is GoPax, whom I don't know if they will ever watch any videos of mine again, but if you ever do and you see this, thumbs up and thank you. I talk to them on Twitter. There is Jan, thumbs up and thank you much. First-person shooters are the games that I play the most because they're the most ADHD feeding, bright lights, loud sounds, and direct thing. I love every other thing. The games like Diablo and all that, and then actual computer deep role-playing game stuff. I like strategy. The Warhammer 40k from whenever that had like Winter thing and Soulstorm and all that. I used to be really good at that game playing the orcs. And so I love everything, but it's got to be bright and loud, or my ADHD will just not be fed enough and I won't pay attention. Yay. And Chris, thumbs up and thank you. There is Jason Cunningham, thumbs up, another Facebook person. I don't know if they will keep watching. If they do, and check out that because they also are trying to do Let's Plays and long plays and walkies and stuff. Check out their channel, that'd be awesome. And then there is Made in Canada. Thumbs up, thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. And I understood that you didn't mean things as a fault. My sincere apologies. Hopefully you're not going to stop watching because I briefly misunderstood things. It is greatly appreciated. Thumbs up and thank you. There is 77 Arcturus. Greatly appreciated. Thumbs up and thank you very, very much. Yay! It is always good to see you in comments. Sarge77 returns CODM. Thumbs up, and I've been thinking of a lot of things to react to, like videos, like Maxer stuff, except I've watched all of Maxer things. There's TV stuff and movies that people are suggesting, but I really wanted to see the movie Train to Busan. I couldn't even sit down in a chair long enough to watch that. I hate having ADHD, even medicated. It is bad. And then of course there is, that's it. Thank you each and every one of you who left me comments in the past 24 hours. Turn off the spotlight. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up. Hopefully today I am going to, for myself, I have over here, because I brought it out and I was going to do this but couldn't. I got out my D100 dungeon and a character sheet and I fell asleep at around 4:30 and then it was hard to get my brain functioning. Hopefully I'll play this again for myself along with so much stuff that I want to do. I want to do Ironsworn for myself. I want to do Treasure Awaits for myself. I want to do more 9d6 dungeon for the channel. There's so much I want to do and so much I haven't. But thumbs up, thank you much. Greatly appreciated, each and every one of you. I'm going to make at least one phone call and get an appointment made. I'm going to try and get some other things done. I need to get to the hospital business place so I can start setting up like charity care. Because I got an MRI, and they ain't cheap. And I'm doing this through Medicare, which means I got to pay for a lot of it. And I can't. So I got to go to the hospital and do charity care so they can write it off for their taxes and I don't pay for it. Oy vey. Hopefully you can get done the things that you would like to get done, and if you can't, don't beat yourself up. That's not going to help you get it done any earlier. You're just going to hurt for it. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very, very good thing. Looking out of the corner of my eye to make sure that that is properly spaced between my head and the whiteboard. Thumbs up for that. And then after making sure, I have to ruin it all because I still have to turn on my controller so I can turn off the video here. Which I keep stating, yeah, I can trim this off. Look at all the editing I go do. Excuse me. Look at all the editing that I do on these. Not a great amount, but stuff. So, I mean, it'd be easy to trim this part off. Really, really super easy just to trim it off, and you'd never even know that I reached for my controller.